Folks, this is the Chad Factor back at you again. And I want to talk about something that's on everybody's minds. A news report just said that the UN has just approved that they said that black people are owed reparations because of terrorism, oppression, and slavery. And let me just start off by saying that I believe that all black people went through Jim Crow, deserve some type of restitution or some type of something of that they deserve. Okay, if you have been affected by anybody because of racism, or if you just like a car accident, if you get affected by somebody of racism, you deserve to get some restitution. If you were affected by the forced sterilization, you need to get something. If you went through a Tuskegee experience, you went through some horrific stuff, you deserve to go through something. But my pet peeve about this is when people keep saying that because of slavery, because of everything that happened in this country, that black people as a whole deserve reparations. As a whole deserve reparations. But let me get into this, because I want to give you the people who have received reparations. And I'm going to go all the way back to 1952, okay? In 1952 in Germany, 822 million were given to Holocaust survivors. Alaskan Natives Land Settlement, they received $1 billion and 44 million acres of land, okay? The Kimatos, another Native American tribe, received 81 million. The Saco of South Dakota in 1985 received 105 million. The Seminoles of Florida in 1985 received 12.3 million. The Chippewas of Wisconsin received 31 million. The 32 million from the 1836 year movement to the Ottawas of Michigan. The Japanese Canadians received 230 million in Canada. The Indians and Eskimos in Canada in 1908 received 250,000 square miles of land. 25 million were given to Holocaust survivors in Austria. In 1990, Japanese Americans were given 1.2 billion, which is $20 each. And also, if you tie into it with the Obama administration, they gave 12 million for the Holocaust survivors. I'll put all this information in. And then the U.S. government are in 17 American Native tribes that settle lawsuits, totaling 3.3 billion. So the reason I'm naming these things is because of this. Is because there are people and that they're connected and they know where they're going to take their money to and where they're going to go to at the moment in time. As black people in America, we're a $1.1 trillion consumer. I will repeat again, we're a $1.1 trillion consumer. So I want people to honestly think, if we just give out money to every single black person, do you think that will go into investing schools, investing in hospitals, investing in businesses, or do you think that might go back to other races or other resources? I would think that we would need to use the $1.1 trillion in our community first, okay? And then by some show, when we empower ourselves, have the lawyers, the doctors, when we're okay economically and all the stuff is focused in our community, then we can try to get the reparations or things of that nature. The reason why the Caribbeans and everybody else did that was because they were connected with each other. And the thing is this, right? All of these groups got money from either a private resource or the federal government. But even though the Indians have gotten reparations from the federal government, they're still doing the South Dakota pipelines. They're still messing with them. So even though I philosophically disagree with getting reparations at this point, but I don't think reparations is getting it from the same federal government that's going to keep doing bull crap to you. Even if they give you money, they're still going to do some corrupt stuff to you, okay? If you really want to get reparations, Why don't you go after the banks and the privately owned businesses that have benefited from slavery or benefited from um, racism, and go after them and boycott them? And if you boycott them long enough, then they'll cradle and then they'll have to give you something. They'll have to give you something. Go out to the privately owned businesses and make them cringe. Don't keep going to the federal government every single time. But my point is this. If reparations is what is the best option right now to help black people as a whole, why do we spend $1.1 trillion and can't do anything with that amount of money? Now this is more than all the numbers I just gave you with the reparations all these people have. Okay, that's just my point. And if you do want reparations, why don't people go after private companies instead of giving the federal government and asking to get that check? You know, Martin Luther King said it. A lot of other people said it. I just disagree with that philosophy. Go after, use the $1.1 trillion first, and then let's talk about reparations at this point. And if you do talk about reparations, go after private companies, not get it from the federal government. This is the Chad Factor, my take on reparations. Give me a comment to see to tell what you think. Thank you.